You know what's really refreshing tonight? How early it is that we're getting this done. Normally we're an hour later. The game just ended. There's no way for me to be late. It's a personal triumph. Okay. Bam. You know what I really enjoyed about watching this game? You could see what's going on in camp. The guys are well disciplined for the most part. We had a few flags were uncalled for, but for the most part, you can see the 49ers have really been doing a good job. There was no real standout sloppiness. And this is good at this point in the season because we've got another couple of weeks to go, and it's time to get ready. So, and I just lined up a few things you might want to touch upon tonight as we go to the phone. Remember, it's a short and sweet thing. You expect around 5 minutes, and that's going to be the end of that. But Sudfeld versus Purdy, which is a big talking point. And honestly, it is. Trey Sermon's current ranking on your depth chart. You knew I was going to go there. You knew it. Offensive line play. Are you concerned? Standout offensive players, defense and defensive standouts, and players that you believe will survive the cut after today's performance, assuming that you've already made your cut list. Did anything change? Sudfeld versus Purdy for me. I know there's a lot of glitz and glamour when Purdy plays, but I just like him better. I just like his style. So for me, it's Purdy. Trey Sermon's current ranking on the depth chart. My chart looks like this. Elijah Mitchell, of course. TDP. He just got some. That boy is SEC all the way. That boy is vicious. I love the way he runs. I'm struggling now between Jeffrey Wilson Jr. and Jordan Mason. I'm going to go with Jeffrey Wilson Jr. now, just for now, because Jeffrey Wilson is a dog, too. Jordan Mason just got here. But if there's a tryout and a runoff, I'll watch. I ain't voting until I see what I see. And Trey Sermon rounds out the group, and he will be on the practice squad. And if for no other reason, because I know nobody's going to pick him up. And then, of course, offensive line play is it's a standout offensive line play. We didn't really have it's hard to make a judgment on them for me. I didn't see enough to make a judgment call because the guys were out there. I didn't think they were all that bad. There were a lot of times when they weren't so bad. There were other times they fell completely apart. But you're going to see that kind of consistency in an offensive line that's just been playing together for the last 5 or 10 minutes before the game started. So I don't know how to judge them. Standout offensive players, Mason, TDP. Also enjoyed, Danny Gray I like Danny Gray a lot. There must have been somebody else. Fumagalli did well today. The tight ends did well today, didn't they? We didn't have a lot of wide receivers doing things other than Danny. He only got a couple of chances. Did anybody else? Pretty much Danny Gray was our only wide receiver out there anyway. Wasn't he? I think he was. Correct me on that. Odom did well, too. You're right. Odom's like, yes. Defensive standouts. Odom is definitely and Tavares Moore came around today. I'm not mad at him anymore. Yeah. All right. Any players that you may have cut that may have changed your mind today? Demo looked a little better. I wasn't going to cut Demo, but I don't know where I was going to put him. But Demo did well for himself for me today. That's about the only guy, because I haven't made a cut list. But I thought if you did, I'd love to hear what it'd be like. All right. With that said, let me put on my ears, put on the phone. Yeah, Shorty doo-wop Niner Batiste, stacked in every position. It's just hard to make this team. Trey Sermon makes this team, and I believe Papa Dragons, I remember, supports Trey Sermon. Let me stop, because he's on the phone. Papa Dragon.
What? What's up, man?
I was just thinking of that game, which started out just awful. And Womack got a fumble recovery today. Didn't mention him. Just started off awful and got entertaining in the second half. What do you think? And some of the things I mentioned here, the talking points that you might want to add something to.
Well, I mean, based on what I'm seeing today, I think today's an important day for the players to put some good tape out there for the entire NFL. And I think those players did that. Some of these players are already contracted to us. So it's like, I'm happy Oldham is making plays, giving us a little bit of confidence at the safety depth. That's good, right? Still, obviously not a whole lot jumping off the overall film for me as far as like offensive linemen. I still think that's an enormous weak spot. I think the quarterback position, the quarterback room, it seems to be pretty consistent as far as what's happening in practice and in camp, go on the field. So, I knew Purdy was a good player. And I'll put you this way. If Purdy played for Alabama, he would be a number one pick.
It depends on where you go to school. It's definitely right. Yeah.
I'm serious. Am I wrong?
No, I agree. He's a little short, undersized, but he can play.
No, he's got real good pocket movement and, real good at, processing.
Vision? Yeah. Quickly. Yeah.
He's got, it's one of those types of players that kind of reminds me of like Jeff Garcia a little bit. I think
people compared with Steve Young out there. For one guy compared, he looks like just Steve Young. Let's not get carried away.
I want what he's having. Before I go that route, and Steve Young was a legit 4.5 40, 4.40. I don't see that out of
Steve
Purdy.
Run that fast? No, Purdy can't move that quick.
No, Steve was fast. They wanted to move him to running back. And in USFL. Yeah, Steve Young was like, no.
I know how long their careers go.
Steve was legit just a nightmare athlete. It's just these days it takes that time, I think, for your athletic quarterback to decide, are they going to be a mobile quarterback or are they going to be a running quarterback? And trust me, you want mobile. You don't want to take all them hits. You want mobile. You don't want running. Because, again, eventually the NFL will catch up to you. And if the hits don't, if the NFL doesn't catch up to you, then the hits will add up, and then that will catch up to you.
And somebody had that conversation with Lamar Jackson. He puts himself in some very precarious situations.
No. Oh, no, he doesn't put him in those positions. That's the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Running them plays.
We had him for a while too, so yeah.
He's great. Yeah, he's great for the running quarterback, but like the running quarterback, that has a expiration date, because it wasn't long. Yeah, Greg Roman. Yeah, he's good for running quarterbacks to a certain point, but at some point they have to be able to beat you in the pocket.
And use that threat more than you just use that. Greg, I mean, we're running that dude out there like that all the time.
Yeah, so, if you go back and you look at the Trey Lance film where he scrambled in preseason, but right before he scrambled, he squared his shoulders like he was going to throw it because he was going to throw it.
Yeah.
Because he got out of the pocket and he squared his shoulders, threw the ball down the field. Then he took off. That is what's missing from Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson's game.
Yeah,
like any of those cats.
Justin Fields, exactly.
Justin Fields. People think they really compare incorrectly Justin Fields to Trey Lance because they say running quarterback. And to me, a running quarterback looks to run first and pass second.
Yep.
And that's really a big difference.
Like you're saying, that when that quarterback runs out there and pretends like he's going to run, that makes the defense do weird things. And now the quarterback now he has options. So yeah.
No, it's hard to prepare for, but I tell you, the big winner of tonight is Kyle Shanahan's offense. I really do think that it can put quarterbacks in a very good position to accumulate yardage and to move the ball. The overall issue is, and he says it all the time, and it sounds like he's being smug or being cocky. He'll talk about execution. Well, you can't have 4 drops because Purdy had 4 drops. So if he didn't have those 4 drops, he would have been 18 for 23 and probably
Maybe
close
so,
to
man.
30 yards.
I was thinking, probably.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna have a Sunday edition of Monday Night Raw. So, but let me see you tomorrow.
What?
Okay? Yeah.
What? So what you're saying is you got to go.
Yeah,
You got to go have a beer.
It's short and sweet after the game.
Is that what you're saying? You got to put some popcorn in the microwave. You got to go.
Exactly. And forgot to put the butter on there, too. Bob, I'll see you tomorrow,
Right.
fam. Appreciate
All
you.
right, Ronbo.
Bam and boom. Give my best. All right.
Oh, of course.
And, all right, Bob. And let's bring him in here right now. He is the Rod with Rod.
The Rod has come back to Ronbo Live.
Rod, good to hear from you again. I tell you right now, though, if I'm running a draft next year, as I've been saying, nothing above the Mason-Dixon line. If it's not SEC, it better be something down there. Trey Sermon, TDP, Jordan Mason, JaMychal Hasty. And I tell you right now, if anybody wants to argue about Trey, where you at on this, fam? And anything else you want to add about tonight's game?
Just like I said before, I don't like running backs from Ohio State. The last one we had was named Carlos Hyde. Why did we go for another one?
Oh.
Don't
but Zeke Elliott. See, Jordan, I said that last time. Somebody said that last time. I said, but Ezekiel Elliott's out of Ohio State.
But see, Ezekiel Elliott does what most people that are outside of the SEC do to get relevant. Ezekiel Elliott beat the University of Alabama.
Yeah.
And ran all over them. So
you can go whatever school you want to. If you do that to Bama's defense, damn right you're going to the pros. And you're going to start immediately.
And if I'm not mistaken, Trey Sermon was the running back the last time we whooped Ohio State. So let me just throw that out there. Jordan Mason, that's the guy, man. He's the guy.
He's a dog.
I'm going to say if Coach, what's the guy's name? The one that took the year off that we had ever since Denver, the Shanahan's had. What's his name?
Oh, no, the name is slipping my mind, too. So I can check quick. We're going to know that's Freddie. Anyway, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I think, because, this guy normally likes the undrafted type running backs anyway. I think that would have been his choice. Yeah. Wilson is our number 2, man.
Yeah.
He is always our number 2.
We agree.
Even from the days of Coleman, Tevin Coleman, he was the number 2 always. I think, though, that Jordan Mason has Raheem Mostert type of vision. The question is can he translate that speed on the field like Raheem Mostert?
No, wait, who'd you just say? Who?
Jordan Mason.
Oh, has he got that kind of speed?
I don't think he has that type of speed.
Yeah, he's powerful, but
I think the vision though. I see a guy who can see, man. And I mean, in this zone scheme, if you don't have the vision, I mean, they're gonna get you.
That's right. You got to make up your mind now. Yeah, Bobby Turner is who we're thinking about.
Turner. There you go.
There you go.
Bobby's probably making phone calls all the time into that locker room. Let me talk to Jordan. Y'all, is he near you? Yeah. I bet he's coaching from home. He is.
Yeah.
Woo, man. God, I love watching him work.
I see no reason to part ways with Hasty either. Hasty has gotten more explosive, it seems like to me. And the years where he came in and just played in flashes.
And nobody knocked him backwards. Rod, nobody knocked him backwards. He ain't that big, but Hayes said, oh, no, I'm not going backwards. You can hit me, but I'm going low and to the flow, but I ain't going backwards. Man.
I love it.
Now, let's talk. Now, what can we say about Trey Sermon?
I mean, Trey Sermon got to go, man. I mean, one thing this 49er organization needs to learn from is the past. And in past times, when we saw that Thomas didn't work, we kept trying. We saw that Devontae, what's his name, Pettis didn't work, we kept trying. Jared McKinnon didn't work, we kept trying. Man, let's get off this dude, man.
Here's the thing. Because you drafted him too high.
Not least. Definitely drafted him too high.
And that's why you try to get it working, make it work. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, he doesn't fit the scheme, man. I think the only thing that made him look good
is Ohio State style.
During his rookie season was when Trey Lance was the starter, but I mean, I don't see it, man. I really don't.
He only had one good outing against the Eagles, and they damn near killed him. So he didn't really. There wasn't much tape on him last year, and this year he's put some tape out there that he probably wishes he had back. So I don't know.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, man. It's not every day that you see people in the 49ers backfield struggle. But,
I know, he does.
This is just one guy that just doesn't pan out, man.
Him and Carlos.
We need to just go ahead and. Oh God! Don't say that. And let me add a little finishing touch on before my time runs out, Ronbo. But Purdy and Sudfeld, man, look here, I'm not impressed. I think we need to go after a better backup.
Between the two.
Purdy, man.
Okay.
I hate to say it.
It's
Nate
true.
Sudfeld, I mean, he definitely threw high completion passes, but I don't see that shit translating into a game. Do you?
No, and he just there's nothing. Exactly, you put it in perfect perspective. He's just not doing anything special. Purdy was.
Right.
Anyway, Roger.
Wasn't he on that practice squad anyway last season?
Yeah, the whole time.
We'll just keep him there.
Rod, we'll see you tomorrow night. You know how we do after the game. Hopefully, you got time for us. All right.
I'll make time for you, Ronbo.
Thanks, Rod.
If and only if you give me that proper exit out the door.
And I'm going to go do that, too. A Niner! For the ride.
One more time. If you smell cooking, baby.
What the ride is cooking. Night, Rod. Hey, Joel, come on in. Yeah, Dwayne, such a good point. 49ers is so important for us to stay healthy. Can we please stay healthy? Can you imagine us getting down to our last running back, and here comes Trey Sermon? Hey, Joel.
Ronbo.
Joel. So how you doing? I had you enjoy it.
Hey, how you doing?
I was doing great. Because even preseason games, after winning, there's just such this jubilation you just can't avoid, even though you shouldn't feel that way because it's a preseason game and it really doesn't mean all that much. But winning just has a nice feel to it.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Joel,
I can't wait for the season.
I know, right? We got a game Thursday, and then it's on. It's countdown to
Houston is this Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday nighter.
Okay.
And that's why Kyle made sure not to play too many starters tonight because there's no rest period. We don't want to get anybody hurt.
Yeah.
And no, Joel.
So is that like the dress rehearsal or not?
Kind of, because it's the final game. We're going to see the starters back on the field next week. For how long, I don't know. But, they're coming back out there.
Yeah, because I heard, what's the other guy's name? Greg Papa and Tim or something, the other announcer?
Yeah.
They said that it's not really a dress rehearsal because we have 17 days off after that.
Yeah, that's true. So you can't really call.
I'm hoping we see. I want to see Trey Lance for like at least one series.
You may see him You may see him more than that because just for the reasons you just said, it's not a dress rehearsal game. He needs to get some work in. And the more reps Trey gets, the better between now and opening day. So Kyle should run him at least 3 or 4 series. Actually, if it'd be nice if he just ran the
Ronbo, why did we get so many flags today?
I know we were doing laundry, and it was just that time that day of the week. 49ers are not used to playing. They're usually doing laundry on Saturdays. Yeah, it made me mad too.
Yeah. Ross Dwelly, come on, he's been here a couple years. Ross Dwelly knows better than that.
Crowd noise may have been the thing. Cadence.
Yeah.
Every quarterback has a different cadence call too. That could have an effect. But as a professional, it's hard. I'm giving him excuses that he's not supposed to get. So you're right. He's supposed to get that
done. Yeah.
Man, he'll be okay. Ross is, like you said, Ross is a steady guy that you have to like. Did you think is Fumagalli going to beat him out? Fumagalli looked okay, but I mean, is Ross Dwelly better than Fumagalli?
Was looking good. I didn't even know who this guy was. I was like, hey, who is this Fumagalli?
Fumagalli used to be good. He just needed his career resurrected.
He's looking good.
Yeah, he can play.
Wow.
The guy Tanner,
yeah, he can play.
Not bad. We got some tight ends this year.
He's not going to make the team.
Yeah, well,
our tight ends I think is going to be Kittle, Dwelly, and Charlie Warner.
You don't like Fumagalli? Fumagalli's not going to make this team?
I do like Fumagalli, but I don't think we've ever rolled out more than 3 tight ends.
I know, right? And that means nobody who came in to audition for the job is going to get it. You're probably right.
Yeah.
So...
But I heard that they did. They might want to add another tight end just to play like a fullback position.
Yeah, that would be that guy Tanner then, probably because he's the right size for that.
I mean, even Kittle plays like fullback sometimes.
Listen, George Kittle's a football player. He can play any position you want him to play. He just happens to be a tight end. George could probably quarterback. Guy's awesome. He can play offensive line. And tight end.
Could play quarterback. I mean, Trent Williams could play quarterback.
Trent Williams can play fullback. Remember those? We ran Trent Williams last year. He went out for a pass one time. For guys like that are just football players. They can do a lot of things. So, listen, I got to get your opinion because I'm taking a poll tonight. Your order of running backs. If you made the cut today, who'd be on your running back squad?
Who would be on my running back squad? Mitchell.
You know what? Let's make this easy. Who does not make this squad?
Trey Sermon.
Again, let me give you your depth order then. Trey, we love you, man. But come on, man.
I'm gonna have Mitchell starting with Wilson, Hasty, and Jordan Mason.
Okay.
Davis Price and Trey Sermon are not making the cut.
You getting rid of Davis Price? Well, Joel, how come? I kind of like Davis Price.
Mason just looks too good. Mason, he's fast, he's powerful, he has good vision.
That's true.
Oh my God, he looks good out there.
And you know what's so funny? Because if Kyle does make that order and Mason is elevated beyond TDP and definitely Trey Sermon, I don't think anybody would get mad about that.
I certainly would.
Look at us. This is just mean. TDP got drafted number 3 in the draft this year. And Jordan Mason is just good, so there's no need trying to deny him. Elijah Mitchell's going to get hurt. I'm not. This is not give a mojo out there. This is just the way it is. Elijah Mitchell gets hurt.
When he's out in the field,
he's going to get hurt. He's one of the best on the field, but he is the best on the field when he's out there. But he's not going to be able to stay healthy. They're going to put him in the refrigerator like they did last year between games to recuperate and bring him out fast enough to learn the game plan on Thursday evening. And that's what's going to end up happening. But yeah.
I didn't know he was hurt. I think he did get hurt for a game or two, but
Elijah Mitchell?
I remember seeing he led the league, didn't he, for 8 weeks straight?
Yeah. Oh, he can play.
In rushing?
Oh, Elijah Mitchell can play football. Mrs. Mitchell's baby boy goes to the top of the class, but he just can't keep his little butt out there. That's the only problem with him.
I love Mitchell. He kind of reminds me of Matt Breida, but just with a little more power.
Yeah.
He runs like Matt Breida.
Well, Joel, look at you. The time ran out. Let's continue this tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Ronbo. You have a good night.
Thank you, Joel. Appreciate you getting in here.
Before we go, can I ask you guys a question? I need help trying to find some kind of app or something where I can watch 49er games live, because everything is like out of market, and I mean, I will pay for out of market games, but apparently you can't do that.
Okay. NFL,
come on, I want to watch my Niners.
NFL Game Pass. Keep an eye on the chat. I know NFL Game Pass is the be-all. It's a little pricey, but there's no failing on it. Fam, anybody, if you're using an app, direct Joel to that. Keep an eye on the chat, because a lot of people who do that, and they find these amazing setups.
Thank you, please.
All right.
Because right now I'm using Dofu Sports, which I guess is like illegal because they keep loading them and taking them down. You know,
yeah. They're getting caught by the NFL right and left. The NFL's tough. All right, Joel. See you tomorrow. Okay.
All right. Thanks. We'll see you later.
All right, man. And let's go to E.
Ronbo, what's good with you?
Oh, E, man, we're just sitting back here looking at you and nitpicking through the game and seeing some of the things we like. I Sudfeld versus Purdy, because one of them's going to have to be the backup. Trey Sermon, anything you want to say about Trey? I don't want to influence anything you might be thinking. I'll just go ahead and leave that question with the offensive line play. Any players on offense that stood out in your mind? Defense, same question. And any players you had already cut before today that you might think you're going to go ahead and hold on to now? Or maybe any players that you had thought were going to make it and you are going to get rid of them now? Trey, Sermon. But anything, what are you thinking?
You killing my man Trey today, huh?
Trey just makes me weak. Every time I watch him play, I said, Trey, come on, man. I know you could do better than that. But go ahead.
I got to see it, though, because I didn't get to see the game today. So I don't really want to say too much on him yet.
Okay, I don't want to be no spoiler alert. Oh, wait, but make sure you watch it. But yeah, you didn't see the game today. But you probably don't have. What do you think you want to hit upon if you didn't see the game yet?
I was watching you, but I didn't get to see the game per se. But I was hearing.
Well, you probably saw me complaining about Trey the whole game.
Correct. I was hearing it. So I definitely want to see it. Like I said, I want to see Mason a little more.
Ooh, we got something to Jordan Mason.
Good. Hasty's looking decent. I thought last year he was like doing the one-on tackles, but this year they said he's doing a lot better.
Yeah, Hasty.
And we haven't seen Mitchell yet, but he is our number one.
Put it this way. TDP, Tyrion Davis-Price, him and Mason, them boys, they come out there to hurt somebody. I love the way they run. You go tackle me? Mm-hmm. You go tackle me? One of them dudes, Look at this.
Come get it. You want this? Come get it. Bang. Come get this one too. Bang, bang.
He was throwing people off with one hand, switching the ball and running. I'm Jordan Mason. No.
I'll be back. I'll be right back.
That's what I'm talking about. So, Trey offers none of that.
What you think? I mean, has Wilson played yet? Have we seen him grab the ball this preseason?
I'm trying to remember in game one. I don't remember.
So is he locked in?
I'd have to go back and look at game one. I forgot. He didn't do anything spectacular, else I'd remember it. I'm never going to forget TDP from last week.
So, honestly,
it was TDP and Hasty last week. I think they're trying to keep Jeffrey Wilson Jr. safe.
I mean, I hear all that, but I need to see what you can do in the. I mean,
yeah, I agree. He'll probably play. He'll probably play Thursday night.
If he don't, then that'll mess up the depth chart right there. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to. Like they say, we hold on to these players and hold on to them
for no known reason.
I know contracts and all that stuff, but it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No guarantee. Those contracts, your stipulation is if you make the team, you get this contract. If you get cut, it's another story.
See, I'll be like, I'm the worst person to say about them. I'm not a GM, so I don't. I'm the worst person to talk about yes or no about that stuff. But I hear you.
No, most contracts coming into preseason. The stipulation is you have to make the team in order to get that money, or we give you a severance, an hourly rate or something, but you don't get that original
Now
contract.
Wilson,
Yeah.
now Wilson is looking like he's the fourth or the fifth, or the fifth or the sixth right now for me. With Sherman being at fourth or the fifth, Sherman getting it. I don't want to say one bad game. This is the preseason. I want him to get his legs under him. I want him to see what I want to progression, but it's not looking good. Like that tap dancing stuff is not looking too.
It's not
too
working.
good, man.
Stop dancing that hole, Trey. Hey, listen. Here's the thing. Watch the press conference, and the media's going to be all over Trey Sermon. I already know before they even get there. Kyle's going to say, "No, I was quite pleased with what I saw from Trey today. We've asked him to do this, and this, and this, and he's pretty much shown us that." Kyle, stop lying. Stop. You know he didn't outplay anybody out there today, and this is his second year. And I'm watching guys came in and outplayed him like by that much, playing by the same offensive line and everything else. He won't tell you.
We need to say it though. We can't say the negative part of it. We got to say the positive part, even though it is going to be whatever you getting cut later anyway. But we need to push it. You know what I mean? We can't, as a coach, he can't say, "Oh no, he did terrible." You know what I mean?
Well, you know what I'd say, E? I'd say, well, Trey, he's got some things that I'd like to see him clean up, but overall, not bad. It's something like that, but don't get carried away with the accolades saying good things. Yeah. So, anyway.
Things we knew all of us got clear. We all got to clear up some things, so that's why,
general size statements.
Can't beat them up too bad. But I want to see the game because I want to see a lot of it. I want to see Hastie's, but I don't like, last year he got the one-arm tackles, but this year he did a lot. So, that first preseason game. Preseason game.
E, we got to go, but you're going to love it. Go watch that game. You're going to love it. Hasty, if you're thinking about Hasty, Hasty had a good game as far as I'm concerned. Really did.
I think I'm staying up. It's all coming on about 1 o'clock around here, so I might watch it.
It's getting late night. I always love those, though. All right, fam. I'm going to look for you tomorrow.
Obama, if you can't hear me, tell me. Sometimes last time I watched the show, I couldn't hear my own voice when I watched it.
I can actually
hear. If you can't hear me, then
Chad, let me know if you can't hear, because that means probably you can't hear either. If he went back, couldn't hear himself. Because I can hear you.
Correct.
Okay.
I always go watch the show later. I got to watch the show when I go back. You know what I mean?
I can hear you loud and clear right now. Let's see you go back and listen. Tell me what you think tomorrow. All right.
That's what's on, Ronbo. Be good. Another win, Ron. Niners Empire all day.
Night E. And Barack O'Niner is his Lance equals 0 completions today. And Joe was right. Hashtag bust. Hey, Charles, get on in here, Charles.
What's going on, Ronbo?
We're just dissecting the game like we always do right afterwards, And Charles, what stood out in your mind today? I'm going to give you all the format I got lined up here, but what are you thinking? You know what I'm going to do? I'm starting to feel bad about talking about Trey Sermon. If you want to, though, I ain't going to say nothing, but I'm just saying I'm going to stop ragging.
I don't want to talk about Trey Sermon.
Move to the next page.
Today, I was listening to something that Grant Cohen, he was talking about how Jimmy G might be he might be the surprise backup quarterback.
I wouldn't be surprised since Jed York has already come out all of a sudden in a very timely time and made a point. No, if we keep Jimmy, I'm fine with that. Jed, why are you saying that?
Yeah, but I don't want to see Jimmy G no more. I'm like,
I think it'll be a distraction. I'm a huge G fan. It'll be a distraction.
Look, the 49er fans have divorced Jimmy G. We don't want to
Not all of us. Not all of us.
Okay. All right. The majority of it. We moved on. We got a new favorite QB, and we happy with it. We don't want to see this old. We don't want to see this decrepit QB hanging around.
We did some good things with. I understand we don't like him as our quarterback going forward, but do we have to talk about him like we didn't do nothing but lose the whole time he was with us? We got to the top of the rack. We were ahead on the food chain.
But we
lost in those games.
Ronbo, we were so nervous. Look how nervous we were whenever he played. We knew he was going to mess up. It was only a matter of time when he messed up. And every time he threw 2 or 3 picks in a game, Kyle would have to pull him.
Did Jimmy throw 2 or 3? How many games did Jimmy throw 2 or 3 picks in, Charles?
He threw, and if it wasn't 2 or 3 picks, it would almost be a pick.
I get it.
It would almost
and
so it was. We were so nervous. Don't forget how nervous we were whenever we saw this guy take the field.
I wasn't nervous. I was very confident, especially after he threw a pick, because I knew the next series he was going to be hard as nails.
Man, look.
Anyway,
I'm done.
Trey is starting, Charles. Now listen, here's the thing I want to know from all of you who hate Jimmy so bad. If Trey struggles, are you gonna say the same thing? And Charles, listen. No, I want
Trey to get ample opportunity to to learn and to grow. I mean, this is the year that he's supposed to learn and grow. But so I don't want to talk about Jimmy G my whole segment. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Because it always ends up in a
I'm really happy.
Right.
I'm really happy. I don't know what's going on with Juwan Jennings. He's having a really bad camp.
That's right. Juwan Jennings was the wide receiver. I was trying to think, who was the wide receiver today? It was Danny Gray and Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, Juwan Jennings and so the running backs, man. Trey Sermon, of course, he has to go, and Jeff Wilson Jr. They got to go, and so everybody else, man. I love Jordan Mason, I love Hasty, and Davis
TDP.
Price.
Elijah
I like Davis Price. That tough man. I love him, and so I really wish we had a really serious third quarterback in play, but that's we don't.
Third quarterback.
I don't really like. Yeah, I thought other than Purdy and Sudfeld, I wish we had somebody else.
Well, if they were a lot better, you couldn't afford them.
Well, yeah, you could draft them.
2 quarterbacks in one draft. Well, yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying you could have drafted, or you could have signed somebody as a unrestricted free agent, and had them light up the joint. That's all I'm saying.
Kyle's never gonna.
And then Justin School. Why is Justin School playing left tackle? Good Lord, come on, the man.
Trent wasn't there.
Lord have mercy. We don't need him there. He's already got a bum ACL.
Yeah.
He's already got a bum ACL.
No.
I don't know.
Justin doesn't have an ACL injury. Not now.
School.
Year.
That's what Justin School. I'm sorry, yeah. Justin School.
Yeah, he doesn't have
he's
one
coming
now.
back off. He's coming back off of ACL.
You know what though?
He don't need
with offensive.
He don't need to be a left tackle.
Yeah, well, they didn't have anybody else. It was everybody else asleep. I mean, taking a day off. Charles, you know how we do after the game. Charles, let's continue this tomorrow.
Okay, all right. All right, I'll be back tomorrow.
Looking forward to it, Charles.
All right, bye-bye. All right, bye.
Hey, Steven.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Steven, you in Rome. Steven, I'm telling you right now, man, I'm trying to leave a certain running back alone. I'm not going to say anything. What was your take from this game?
Well, unfortunately, Ronbo, I didn't get a chance to see it.
Okay.
That's the unfortunate part. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I did get a chance to hear a lot about it. I was watching your stream because I was like, if I can't see it, well, shit, I'm going to try and listen to it at least and see what I can get out of it. For one, Trey Sermon is a bust. But most importantly, if anything, I mean, who is this Mason guy? Where did he? Was he an undrafted free agent?
I think so. Big Show told me about him. Also, Ellis has been talking about him. How come everybody knows about him, but the NFL? If he's a UDFA, another Mostert mistake? That guy's good. He really is. I have no idea.
Because I've been hearing nonstop about him.
Guy can play. How did he end up? We're lucky again picking up a running back of his quality.
Yeah, because what was it? If anything, I mean, I'm hearing Terry on TDP is actually doing kind of decent, but not enough to really outshine anybody. And I heard Jermichael Hasty also did a pretty damn good job today too. But my thing is who is going to be left in the dust in that running back room? Because we're not seeing anything of Jeff Wilson Jr. Trey Sermon, I'm sorry, is a bust. Mm-hmm. Someone else got hurt, who I think is part of the running back group, and I'm like, you know what? Goodbye, get out of here. That we picked up last.
Did somebody get hurt in that running back room? Okay, TDP's not going anywhere though because they drafted him this year. You just can't cut him. He's a third round pick, so he's in.
No, he might actually go below. He might actually go down in the pecking order because if Mason does another good game next week, if he plays, or not the next week, the next game he plays, then it's going to ultimately fall on the shoulders of who does better of the three in that preseason game. Hasty, TDP, or Mason. If Mason does good, Steven, he might actually go above TDP. Steven, but then where does Hasty sit in this?
Steven, I got to tell you right now, if depending on who we're playing, if they're soft, I would run Mason and TDP 1-2. I haven't made up my mind on the one, but because TDP runs a stretch very well and he runs with power. Mason is just a beast. And then my second tandem would be Elijah Mitchell and Jeffrey Wilson Jr. But Jermichael Hasty's looking good. I want him on pass plays. You can't suit up a lot of running backs on game day though.
But the big issue, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Because I know you're tired of hearing about it, but what's the situation going to happen with Jimmy G? Because Deshaun Watson got his suspension extended to 11 games, which is damn near the entire season.
He ain't coming back to week 13.
Yeah, I mean, really. I want to know what the hell is going on. Are they waiting for that week 1 so that way we have to choke on that $25 million and then they can grab him? Or I don't know what the deal is or what's going on. I hate the fact that Jed York said, yeah, we're openly able to take him back. It's like, no, you fucking balding idiot. We can't afford it because if we do that, we sacrifice other players.
No. You got to know if he said that, they've got it all worked out. Steven, you know what? I didn't know they were going to sign as many players as they have this year. And given Debo the contract they gave him, a lot of these contracts don't kick in until Debo's contract doesn't kick in until next year, and they're not signing Nick until next year. So they've got it all worked out. But one thing about the 49ers in Prague, they're not stupid. So if Jed says we could keep Jimmy, it doesn't mean sacrificing others. It really means it. Last year's big signings. Every year when they make these big signings, I'm wondering how they're going to do. Fred Warner. I said, damn, that's a lot of money. They seem to have it all figured out. I don't know how.
Yeah. And then on top of that, it is a huge game because this is the first time we actually got to see the Mexican, Alfredo Gutierrez, actually play. Yeah, he did a run block to, I believe, Hasty.
Yeah, I wasn't watching the offensive line often, and I kept missing things. Well, he made a good play, though, huh? I could go back.
He made a decent play. I mean, he still needs a little bit more fine tuning because he did just so happen to miss one linebacker, but I think Hasty broke through it. He did. I mean, it's just he needs a little work. But I mean, I think if he plays the next game, he might actually get the hang of it because they kept him on ice for almost 2 seasons. And they finally decided to play him this preseason. But
he started with last year, though, right? So
yeah,
we're going into season 2.
He started at left guard, which I thought was a little weird because I kept hearing that he was going to be on the right side.
And also, I'd put him at. I'd put him at tackle. Well, I think he should be a tackle. I don't know. It seems like his size. It'd be good. It's really hard to get around him, as long as they work on technique. So.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it's going to be an interesting season, Ronbo. Honestly, when we take on the Bears, I think it's going to be. We're just going to stomp them. There's no way.
Because they look too disciplined out there, don't they? They really do.
No.
Just Steve, we got to go though. We'll be back tomorrow for what would be Monday Night Raw, the Sunday night Sunday afternoon. We'll give a name for that. Well, anyway, I'll look for you in Rome tomorrow.
Hey, go see me tomorrow, Ronbo.
Looking forward
And
to it.
shout out to Getterhead. You a clown, my guy. Ronbo.
I was watching the chat. Night, Steven. Night, Rome. Ari Investor made me laugh. I looked up as soon as I said, "Hey, Ronbo, the running back coach Lynn knows his stuff on running backs. You think?" Question mark. LOL. You know what? TDP was probably due to what he was thinking. So maybe. Hey, Gavin. Gavin.
Yeah. How's it going?
Gavin's going great. Yeah, Gavin, are you on speakerphone? Because you're getting a real hardcore echo.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Is that better?
It's still little. The quality's. Gavin, you know what though? I love the way you think. Let's see if we can deal with it. Go ahead.
Oh boy, sounds rough.
Did you hear? Because it sounds like you're in a tunnel.
Does it? You know, and I don't want to ruin everyone else's quality of the show, so I'll just gracefully bow out. But thank you for really trying to give it a chance.
Oh, Gavin, are you on the road or something? Or how come we're getting this sound?
You know, I really do. I think it's my earbuds. So I have a lot better equipment for like StreamYard and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I don't want to ruin everyone else's quality of show.
Oh, okay. Because I'd love to collect your thoughts. All right, Gavin. Gavin, next time we call, please have equipment that we can hear you. I definitely want to hear what you got to say. All right. We'll look for you tomorrow if you got time.
Okay, definitely.
Thanks, Gavin. Okay. Well, our biggest weaknesses are at O-line. Everything else looks deep and good. That's true. Hey, yo, Fly Guy.
Rumble.
Fly Guy. Come on in. You're the perfect guy for this game. There were some things that definitely need to be talked about. Fly Guy, but your observations are always away from the pack. What are you thinking?
I agree with you that Sherman need to go, man.
Yeah.
There's no way we're gonna cut Mason and hasty for Sherman. Sherman is like he's too slow.
Yeah, I don't.
He hit the whole slow. He moves slow. He shakes slow. Everything is like
his reflexes as a running back. They're questionable, aren't they?
Yeah, man. And Brock Purdy looked good. Sudfeld, I don't know. Something about him, he's just not.
Sudfeld's just boring.
Not
yeah, he's not bad. He's just boring.
Sometimes he make a good escape, and you think it's gonna be something big, and it's like a 3 yard. Like what is this?
Or a total flop, screw up. But you know what though? Jawan Jennings had a couple of drops that he had no business dropping for both Sudfeld and Purdy. So I don't know what's going on with Jawan. Fly Guy, it's pretty childish of me to think this way, but I get the feeling Jawan Jennings, having played today, just adds to his frustration because the fact of the matter is Danny Gray and Ray McLeod may move him on the depth chart, and the 49ers may want to incorporate a little more speed, and they've already got – because Debo and Ayuk have got it made. They are the guys. Who's next?
Yeah. I would say Debo. How many receivers we keep? 5?
Yeah. Have we ever kept 6? I think we were all wanting 6 a couple of years ago. I don't know what happened that year, but 5 is pretty much a guarantee.
Yeah, so you already know who it's going to be. It's going to be Danny Gray, Ayuk, Debo, Ray, and who else? That's 5. That's 4.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That leaves room for Jennings. You just counted him down. That's true. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So he gonna make the team. I love him.
And he should really. I mean, he's like Kendrick Bourne was. He's good in those certain situations, especially those clutch situations where you have to have a play. He just doesn't seem like his heart is in it right now. We'll see.
But the last preseason game, I think we gotta play at least the whole first quarter with the whole starter.
Hope so.
Yeah, it's time to warm up. It's not time to let people sit down and get cold. So the whole first quarter, everybody played Debo, Ayuk, Lance. Everybody play smart. You feel me? But play.
Yeah, because you got 17 days before the season starts. Yeah, so yeah. That's not good. I don't know why they make the 49ers. Why do they do something to us like this every year? 17 days after the final preseason game, usually the following week the season starts. 17 days. Okay.
And think about Jimmy G. I think Jimmy G is still the backup as we speak right now. I'm telling you. 'Cause I've been saying it. So you got to put Jimmy G back there again, man.
I don't know. I love Jimmy. I'm probably one of his biggest fans, but I don't know that he should stay on the team. I wonder if his heart is really in it. Does he really want to be a 49er anymore? I don't think.
But Jet said he want to keep him even if he make 25, whatever.
I know. He's not having a problem with it. I know.
Oh, they're just trying to
bait the
boost
hook.
up the trade. That's what they're doing, man. They know they don't want Jimmy G for real. Nobody buying it, because if they was buying it, they would have been go for a trade.
Yeah. But I don't know what the 49ers are. Okay, you call Kyle or John, and say, I'll give you a third or fourth round pick. Are the 49ers saying, nah, we're looking more for at least a second round pick? I don't understand. There's something going on that we're not being told about. I don't know what it could possibly be.
It's possibly, to me, it's like they don't want to let him go because they know they're so close to winning it all. So they just want to keep him as the insurance if the season's going bad. And Jimmy G will come in and finish the season. Hopefully they get to the playoffs.
on his white horse again. Because Kyle Shanahan's probably still got in the back of his mind. His record is due to Jimmy. The losing is due to his other quarterbacks mostly. I don't know.
Yeah, because before Jimmy G came to the Niners, we was garbage. I ain't gonna lie. We still had a lot of fans, but it wasn't making money like we making right now. But now we like one of the top teams right now. So the owner knows that winning is the key. So he don't mind paying Jimmy G just to keep a second option
and stay excited about Fly. But but Fly Guy, we got to go. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna look for you tomorrow, and because we waiting, we're gonna come in tomorrow. Waiting for Monday night. All right. I always appreciate you, fam. Looking forward to hearing from you tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Night, Fly Guy. And B-Ham.
Ronbo.
B-Ham, I felt bad about it trying to influence the way people were thinking. I ain't going to say nothing. B-Ham, your thoughts on tonight's game?
We started off slow. We ended good.
Yeah, that's true. Real slow. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on with Trey. What's his name? The guy from Ohio State.
I was not going to say anything. I was trying to stop. I was feeling bad about talking about Trey Sermon, but Trey Sermon is disappointing.
Yeah, man. He don't get it.
He's had and see how many times they ran him at the beginning of the game? They wouldn't let nobody else play. And they tried to get him going. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, he don't get it. He ain't got it yet. And he might not never get it.
It's a dog-eat-dog world in the NFL. I'm sorry, but
he might not never get it.
There's guys
in business, man.
Yes, there's guys in front of you that just do a much better job.
It's time to give him his papers and let him know his production ain't good.
I'm watching Jordan Mason. He got lots of dog in him coming down through there. Just beast. And TDP looking good. JaMychal Hasty doing a good job. And then there's Trey.
Yeah. He ain't got it yet.
Yeah. Running backs don't need training.
He ain't got it, Ronbo. Hey. It is what it is, my boy. Hey, we'll see you next year. You come back out and try it again. I remember when he got drafted, he said he looked at all the 49er film because they ran a similar scheme at Ohio State. So he looked at the film to see where the holes would be in this, that, and the third, but it don't seem like his film studied it.
I didn't even know he said that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It don't seem like his film study to show too much, man.
I hate to laugh at him,
I mean,
but he's in trouble.
With them dogs that I've seen, we got some dogs back there, and the thing is, you know what, Ronbo, he got one more week. We're gonna get in the next. I don't know though. He might get his walking papers tonight.
Somebody said in the chat, I don't know if they were serious or not, that he asked for his release. They must have been kidding. Maybe they say he needs to ask for his release and stop embarrassing himself. Maybe he can get with another club that might work better for him. This one ain't working.
Yeah, this one ain't. Let him go to the Cowgirls or something like that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, they like running into walls and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And they can say, and he went to Ohio State like Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, him and Zeke, best buddies. Good buddy, old pal. You know what I'm saying?
If Zeke heard us talking, he said, don't associate me with him.
Brother and bums, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
But, you know. So you think they're going to play Trey next week? I heard
for sure.
At the beginning
Thursday
of
night?
the game.
Yeah, he'll be playing Thursday night.
It's Thursday night?
Yeah. That's why Kyle's rested because, 27 guys rested today because we're playing these games close together. I don't know what the NFL is doing. Hopefully,
I think it was 3 games in 12 days.
Yes.
Damn. What time Thursday? I got to look to see. My son played Thursday night. So.
Oh, really? It's probably 5 or 6 o'clock, somewhere in there. But Trey's definitely playing Thursday night, though.
Oh yeah. Well, we good then.
In fact,
I guess everybody else will suit up.
Yeah, everybody you didn't see today will play. They was platoon and everybody you didn't see today will be playing Thursday.
You think Debo gonna suit up?
Yeah.
Or you think them guys gonna work till the first week?
No, they're gonna get some. They're gonna get some burning. You can't go too long.
They need to get some kind of reps in.
Yeah, they got to get some timing down. And
yeah.
So I expect them all to be out there.
Here.
Thursday.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have another good showing then.
Mm-hmm. And I tell you right now, Trey Sermon can take Thursday night off because he can see whatever child wants to see. He can see during the week during practice.
No, Ronbo, we ain't gonna do it like that. Shot. We're gonna give him one more shot, man. He might surprise you. He might come out and have 300 yards. Bold predicts 300 yards this game. He
may make me more mad too. We'll see because I keep looking at Trey. I see that hole from here, and you went and ran into them dudes to the right. Trey, and you ever plant your foot and go the other direction every now and then? What is wrong with you? That's not the way running back runs.
Now, who was that guy stopped on that first down? That first down, the running back, he ran and planted his leg. I don't think he had to do a go upfield. But he didn't do that. He bounced back in and then tried to run out and then cut back up, man. If he had just went straight upfield, I think that was Ty Davis Price then, though.
Yeah, man, I think I remember that. But yeah, we ran out of time. It's after the game type of thing. But listen, hopefully you got some time tomorrow, and let's continue.
Okay, man. Yeah, man. If I can get back in here tomorrow, I definitely will.
I'll be looking for you, too. I always appreciate you, fam.
All right, man.
All right, BM.
All day, man. Be safe out there, bro.
You too, fam. BM, rolling down the road.
All right.
BM, you rolling down the road right now, ain't you?
No, I'm at home.
You're home now.
We
Okay.
made it home. We made it home this morning.
You deserve a break, too. Kick back. Relax. All right. See you tomorrow, fam.
Yeah, man. Kick back and watch some good 49er football, baby.
Go. Night, fam. And,
All right, night.
Night, fam. Hey, Howard.
Happening, big dog.
Howard, man. We just sit up here. I was supposed to be objective in these conversations tonight. I was supposed to come in and allow people to give their insights to the game, and I came in here chopping up Trey Sermon. You know, he just frustrates me watching him. You know, but Howard, your feeling on this game and some of the things you like and didn't like.
Well,
Trey, if you're watching, man, I'm just saying, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead, Howard.
well, I can start off by saying, I think you were a little too hard on Trey Sermon, bro. I mean, I love you, bro. I love you, man. But I understand he does see. You wish you could see better from him.
Yes.
And it's like, all right, we drafted him in the 3rd round, and we expect him to play like it. And, you know, he doesn't for me, like, I have to look at it from different ways.
Okay. And maybe I could buy into it.
One,
sell me on this. I love it.
Yeah. Let me try to convince you, my brother. So if you have to go, you have to play good, right? The only way you play good is continuity. And he doesn't play with the same guys all the time. And if he were to just keep playing with the same unit, I think he would probably start getting better and better, right? So, you know, if the style of running where he came from college is different from the one where he's running, where he's trying to learn under the Shanahan, the stretches, all this other stuff. Like he's just taking shotgun runs and just and going when he was in college. So it's a little different, you know. So we have to. I feel like Go ahead.
No, I feel like we're in a courtroom, and I've already passed execution, or not execution. Well, you know, in a sense, I've already passed sentence on Trey, and this is an appeals court.
I'm not executing you, bro. I'm not executing you. I'm not going to execute you. I'm just saying. Want you to just
go ahead.
I'm just trying to give you a piece of a little bit of perspective here. You know, we killing the kid, bro. Like I understand why. You know,
it's wrong.
I feel like he'd be good. You know what I'm saying? If he just continues to play with the same unit. If he keep doing that, then I think things would be better.
Continuity, you mentioned.
Yeah.
Well,
and the style.
Well,
the style of play. He's not used to that.
Here's the thing. Too many people are saying it. Dimitri Tyre says, he's talking about Sermon, instead of running through an arm tackle, he bounces it outside to take on 3 defenders waiting on him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's what annoys me. I said, Trey, was that a good decision? I don't know. Bobby Turner needs to have a talk with him. Somebody does.
He's trying. He's trying really hard to try to make something happen, and sometimes he doesn't just allow the play to develop. And, sometimes it takes time to understand that. But remember, even some of our forward backs used to do stuff like that.
Carlos Hyde.
Remember Kevin Barlow used to do that to who's the other guy? Michael Robinson used to do that crap.
Yeah.
Bobby Dixon did it from time to time, but he started to get better. So,
honestly, Howard, it takes a lot of patience mentally to be a quarterback, a running back. You need to not get excited because everything's moving around you at 100 miles an hour. You need what's his name that played for the Steelers? That man could write a book on how to play running back. What's the one that the diva that couldn't be satisfied and sat out a whole year?
Le'Veon.
To me, Le'Veon, he didn't have enough numbers to be, but Le'Veon Bell, to me, was the most brilliant running back I've ever seen. And we've seen a lot. But Le'Veon would trot down the line, and he just watch. Looked like he was moving in slow motion. And then somebody would finally make a mistake, and Le'Veon would step in there and just do it. I said, Le'Veon and the Oakland Raiders running back, Marcus Allen, these guys, they were on a whole – they're amazing. So,
right.
It takes that kind of but Trey ain't got that.
I'll give you a second perspective here for Trey Sermon. Now, he may not like contact now. Like, he probably having flashbacks of him getting knocked out of the game.
Could be.
And, like, that bothers me. I don't know how I react, but I wouldn't feel like, damn.
No, concussions are serious.
If I take one more hit like that, if I take one more hit like that, my career could be over. So
Dante Pettis had the same thing.
He probably could be nervous. Like, I got hit one time on the first carry of my in the season, and that happened to me. Yeah. So
I agree. How you know how we do after the game? I can't have a show without you either. So let me see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, man. Hey, go easy on the man.
I'm gonna try. That's why I stopped because I don't like that kind of thing, and I'm not gonna be one to do it too. So,
I mean, be critical of him.
But don't be mean.
Don't destroy it, though.
I know. You're right.
See
tomorrow, fam.
All right, big man.
And just like I told Howard, I'm done talking about Trey Sermon. Whatever you want to, from now, I want to initiate the conversation by saying your observations on this game. Area code is 903.
Hello, 903.
Yes, that's you. 903. Come on in. 903, remember when you call in, please, what is your name?
Marcus Jackson. I'm from Tyler, Texas.
Outside of Dallas. Tyler, Texas. Marcus, remember when you call in the future, and I hope you do, don't unmute. We'll unmute you. That way we keep things organized. But Marcus,
okay.
What are you thinking?
Sherman, the running back, he's out of there.
Yeah.
I just can't see him making a team. I like this number 41, Mason.
Yes. I believe everybody does.
I'll be at the game Thursday in Houston. I want to see him start the game. I'm going with ex-49er, Kendall Hunter. Used to play for the 49ers.
You say you're going with him? You're going to attend the game with him, you mean?
Yeah. I'm his ex-Pop Warner. I'm his ex-Pop Warner coach. Yeah.
All right. That's awesome.
Yeah. Kendall Hunter.
How's he doing?
Yeah. He's doing fine. He's a supervisor. He got his supervisor license. He owns an 18-wheeler company down here in Tyler.
All right, good for Kendall. Loved him, man. That dude. Oh man, if it wasn't for that injury, Kendall Hunter was a running back.
He told me shout out to him. He told me to tell you hello.
All right.
Yeah, but I want to see Mason start the game, and I think we need to be looking for a center on the waiver wires because I watched the game tonight. He can't hold up.
Yeah, he got beat all the time. Exactly. Too. I watched him get beat a couple times. As you know, that
we can't experiment going into the season with these centers, this offensive line like this.
And coach, those were second and third tier players that he was getting beat by. So above that range, he's going to be in real trouble. He's not starting anyway. I mean, I think it's going to be what's his name? Oh God. Anyway, he's not going to be the starter. It's Brindle. What's Brindle's name? Anyway, I don't. The thing is, I don't. The center position for us is real scary. But go ahead.
Yeah, I like the receiver, Danny Gray. I think he needs to start in the slot. He's real deal.
What position you say? Who?
Danny Gray.
Danny Gray. Oh,
wide receiver.
all day. Oh, he's already solidified his position on this team. Oh God, yes. And he can run. He can run the route tree. I thought he was just a go long guy. You see that play he made across the slant? That slant he ran. I said, okay.
I didn't think he had good hands like this, but he got good hands, so he should start. He's going to start.
That's what everybody said in camp earlier before we got to this game. You're right.
And this defense we got is ready. That nickel back we got, Womack.
Womack. He made a play tonight.
He's ready.
Yep.
Our defense is ready. We Super Bowl ready, so we ready to roll.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking for lots
but
of
I'll be
picks
calling back. I know you're gonna cut me off. And shout out to all my Kendall Hunter fans, San Francisco. That's my little Pop Warner teammate. I just talked to him today. He told me to call in and tell everybody hello. He's doing fine. So we'll be at the game Thursday in Houston. So it's like 3 hours from now.
Send our love back to him too. Hope he's doing great, and like you said, he was. So we're glad to hear it. All right, fam.
Okay.
Have a great night.
Okay.
There's Marcus out of Texas. I love when people from Texas call and they're 49er fans. But then again, there's one fan out of Texas that I like talking to, and he is not. He is hardcore Dallas Cowboys. His name's Austin. Hey, Austin.
What's happening, Ronbo?
Austin, I just got through talking to your brother Texan, and everything's going great. We're just looking back. We're looking back on our game, and there's some people that we really enjoyed, and there's some people we didn't. But Austin, what's going on with you? What's on your mind tonight?
The Cowboys are currently in progress. We're looking good. Penalties are down. We just got a 98-yard touchdown.
Oh, I got to turn that on later. All right.
But
You
Ronbo,
smile You smile today. Who are you guys playing?
The Chargers.
Ooh. But, like your team, both teams are probably not playing the Stars. So did Dak play any?
Nope. He's on the bench.
Yeah. Because that Chargers team.
He's the cheerleader tonight.
Because I tell you, Austin, that Chargers team, the more I look at that roster, the more frightening it really is.
Yeah.
Kansas City, I remember I was listening, Patrick Mahomes was talking today. So, Patrick, you guys start with blah, 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 and there's going to be a Chargers game coming up. But, we're not really concerned about that game. We figure it's going to be a really good game, and we're up for it. We're up for the challenge. Patrick, I don't know. That game, everybody's going to be watching that, though. Mahomes versus the Chargers and Herbert, and that defense of the Chargers is just ridiculous. Personnel-wise, let's see what they look like on paper. You know what? That's the thing, Austin. You can have a superstar lineup, but how well they play together is going to be the bottom line. We're going to find out.
Well, Ronbo, I paid attention to y'all's game tonight. Y'all have got some issues. Y'all have got some issues on that line. No offense, but
I know. It's worrisome. It really is. You know what, though? I can tell you one thing, Austin. Justin School is not going to be starting at left tackle.
I'm sitting there watching, and some of these guys are missing their blocks and everything. And I'm like,
getting beat.
Oh, my goodness.
They were getting beat right and left, I know.
And I'm thinking, I feel so bad for Ronbo. He's going to deal with this.
Thank you, Austin. I need that sympathy. You know what? I tell you what, though, I got the best left tackle in football coming back. He'll be back for opening night. I don't know about my right tackle spot. I am concerned. I do like my left and right guards. They got talent. I don't know if they can pull it all together because it takes the offensive line a little while to build continuity. And my center, I just don't know about the center. I am concerned.
Yeah, Ronbo, but your defense is looking pretty good though. Even though it's preseason, they still look pretty good.
Yeah, they look look pretty devastated, didn't they? You know what? This has been for years. The 49ers have been conscientiously putting that defense together for the last 3, maybe 4 years, actually. So it is what it is as a result of hardcore effort to bring together the right players to do what they do. Injuries are the only thing that always kill us, though. We've got some great players. We've got a Pro Bowler that's playing. That could play cornerback with us. Him and Javarius Ward would be ridiculous together. I got a safety that's been voted as one of the top 100 players. He's hurt right now. Anybody that's anybody on my secondary, as far as my back, they're hurt. It's scary. Wow. We'll see.
And Ronbo, another thing is, y'all got to decide. Is it going to be Purdy or is it going to be Sudfeld who backs up land?
Some people don't think either one of them are worth a damn, but I like Purdy.
But, Ronbo, I know you're a busy man. I'll let you get back to it.
Right.
God bless. Thank you. And go Cowboys.
There you go. Enjoy that game. All right. Night, Austin. Oh, no. He's finally done it. Rudy's on the phone.
Ronbo, how's everything going?
Rudy, it's a very condescending tone. I'm not going to answer that question. I know you got. What is it, Rudy?
I haven't been in here in a while. I just wanted to check in how everything's going. I wanted to know if I haven't came in a while. I hope you guys had a nice break for me coming in.
The chat will definitely testify to that. Yes, they're pleased. You know what? I wish you'd have took Ready to Go with you. You know what I mean? Rudy, why don't you take I'm going to make him your responsibility. The dude is completely out of control, and he's an embarrassment to the entire Rams. Because the thing is, he comes in and he just says things that are. Why don't you chime in every now and then? Ready to Go. If you're going to represent the Rams, please sound as if you know what you're talking about.
He's a Ram. He's a Ram Super Bowl fan like the rest of us. Ronbo, he has a right to his opinion because, to other fan bases and other teams, that might seem outrageous when a Ram fan says that. But we got the guys in place to make magic happen, and that was shown last year. And so when people say, "Hey, we're gonna win the Super Bowl," and then they say, "Oh, no, you're not," and they would say, "Yes, we just did." There's no arguing with that. Look at the media. The media is still kissing Tom Brady. They're puckering up for Tom Brady and Mahomes and Josh Allen and whoever it is. And the Rams are the one that won the Super Bowl. All those quarterbacks were watching us. So we like to stay in the weeds, ready to lurk out at the end. We're
like Homer Simpson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Rudy.
Yeah. We're just waiting for playoff time, and then we'll just jump on everybody. So, but yeah, I just want to see how things were going. I hear my guy Grant Cohn say that the good news is Trey Lance was on today. The bad news is he was off yesterday.
Rudy,
what is going on with Trey Lance?
You're having fun, aren't you, Rudy? Rudy, let me just say this, because here's the thing. This is your time. You're on the clock. You've got a few more minutes because the season's going to get started soon. And you're digging a hole. I'm telling you right now, you're digging a hole that you're not going to be able to climb out of, because if things start to go south, like a lot of people probably think, like myself, you got a lot of things missing from last year with an elbow. And I know everybody says that he can play through pain, but what if it hurts? And is that the reason why I threw all his INTs last year? His elbow was hurting. So it's a year later, and
Well, remember, I told you in Joe Montana with Roger Craig threw one less interception, but had 11 less touchdowns in 86. But without a running game, we both understand, and everyone that knows about football, it's harder to move the ball when you don't have a running game. Unfortunately, Cam Akers got hurt. Sony Michel's not a speed burner. We were probably like 19th or 20-something in running last year. So we had to throw, and Stafford was brought in for that reason, and he came home with the chip. And now here we are. We have Kyren Williams, Cam Akers is back. They're nursing these injuries too, soft tissue injuries. So we'll see what happens, but we are arguably better than last year's team. because enter Allen Robinson, enter Bobby Wagner in the huge linebacking issue that we had with Troy Reeder. And we can find someone to, as a committee, Garrett and Hollins and Hardy to, take up the other side next to Leonard Floyd. And then we got, I don't know if you've been keeping, I've been sending you videos, Ronbo. Jacoby Durant, Darian Kendrick are playing amazing. Troy Hill next to Ramsey. Like I said, we might be better than last year, and we're going to be a dominant team this year if our offensive line holds up. So we will see. I can't wait, Ronbo. But I just want to see how things were with you. I mean, is that offensive line still the way it is? I told you I want to just leave that line just the way it is.
We just ran out of time. Listen, I'm telling you what I'm going to do. If you want to continue to carry on, I'll be back tomorrow.
Well, Ronbo, let me just tell you a quick point, and I'll let you go. You got that left tackle, that monster in Trent Williams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess how you beat him? You rush outside. He goes outside, has to turn his back to the inside, and then you stunt Wagner or Games or AD inside. And then what are you going to do with the other side, in the middle, in the center? There's a way that he's on the left side. He can't man the whole line. So that's why we're licking our chops.
Rudy, okay.
God bless you, have a good night,
have a good night, Rudy.
God bless you, Ronbo. All right, take care.
Back at you. See, because you see, the Rams only have so many more minutes they can do this, okay? So you know what? Just laugh because they're having fun. Let them have it. Harold Murillo. It's nice to see interceptions, Ronbo, but the 49ers need to learn how to capitalize and put points when they get interceptions overall. 49ers are great. And Harold, it is preseason, so and I was also a little disappointed in the fact after they made those INTs, that they just totally failed. But it is not the first unit, and those guys are out there trying to make the team. So I think we'll see better results. Yeah, I'm not. Don't worry about that. Thanks for the contribution, though. Donut and Tanisha time. Donut. Donut. Don't.
Hey, Ronbo.
What's
What's going on, my man?
I'm telling you right now.
I just want to start off. Before you get started, just want on. Let me put you on speaker right quick, please. I like to do things. Here, I'm glad you put me on after Mr. Rudy. Rudy, I told you, ready to blow, and market is slow, to stay up off this chat and try to be our team's quality control. Now, how you going to tell us what we're going to do with our team, and you still worried about your own line? That was our third, and on the bench and on practice squad offensive line, they did really well for the last two games.
Yes.
We're 2-0. We can't say the same thing about y'all. Yes. So slow down, get your colors together, get your background together, and get you a cigar that you can afford and start coming with that cigarette thing that you came with or the bubble gum thing. Man, you got me over here cooking. I had to stop cooking because when I heard him, I'm like,
oh, no, we lost the connection. Donut. Oh, no. He was reading Rudy the whole 13 pages of the riot act. Donut! Oh, man. I was enjoying that. Wait. He's back. Hey, Tony? Tony. We lost
hello?
Tony?
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Tony.
I didn't know I was on.
No, you weren't. We got a disconnection somehow, and production moved to you. Tony, Rudy, I was trying to remain calm, but Rudy came in and got everybody all shit. But I was not going to, you know what? I was not about to let him make me mad, and I was not going to display any anger. What is wrong with Rudy? God. Anyway.
I was typing comments the whole time. Here's one about that, Rudy. There's no way in hell that you can either say Matthew Stafford's name with the great Joe Montana. Then my next comment was Matthew Stafford couldn't carry Joe Montana's jockstrap. Then my next comment was the Rams' offense was 1 for 11 on third downs at the start of last night. And then my next comment My last comment was next caller, please.
I saw the next caller, please. I didn't see the rest. I don't know. As I said, Tony, the Rams are having their fun. You know what? This is going to go on because they can't really say been there, done that. I tell you right now, had we won the Super Bowl, we wouldn't be talking like that because we've been there and we've done that a whole lot of times. And we'd be saying things like we're hopefully will remain potent enough to continue to put ourselves in a good position next year. Rudy's running around. Yeah, so how you guys doing? Yeah, well, this and that and this and dig, another dig, You got Rudy.
He's talking like they were dominant, Ronbo.
I know, right? God.
He's talking like they were dominant and they were historical. They won by the hair of their chins versus you guys, which they shouldn't have won. And they won by the hair of their chins versus the Bengals, which they shouldn't have won.
And now he's lining up schemes in order to beat Trent Williams like that's going to be effective.
I was laughing. When he said that, I started laughing. I'm like, man, and I've seen the Rams last night. They're still basking in the glory of last year. And this is just what I want. They're going to get hit in the mouth starting week 1.
That's what I'm trying to tell. I said, Rudy, man, you're digging a hole. You are digging a pit you're not going to be able to climb up out of. And then we're not going to see you for months, which is fine because the chat's probably had enough of you and ready to go. And ready to go, I'm to the point now. I need to have a clause. If you make 3 stupid statements in the same night, you got to get blocked. Or at least banned for that night, He makes outrageously dumb comments. I mean, out and out outrageous lies. And he says them.
Yeah.
What? Oh.
At least Marketing Pro has a little substance.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with him. And you know what? The Rams
I didn't
contingent.
get to see you guys' game live because NFL Network in my area, they put on 2 games. They put on y'all's game and the Tennessee Titan game. And guess which game in my area we got to see? Yeah. So I'll get to see it though at
later on.
2 hours, about an hour and a half. After this Cowboy game, they're gonna show the replay. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, you'll leave your head scratching. I keep wondering when is Trey Sermon going to get started. I don't mean to pick on him, but if every time I see him, maybe he does a good job in practice or something, I don't know. But every time I see him, I say, Trey. It's like Dimitri described, Trey Sermon, rather than try to get through a one-arm tackle, he'd rather bounce to the outside and run into 3 defenders standing there waiting on him.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
And I get your frustration because you guys, a 3rd round pick, that's a pretty high pick. Last year.
We could have picked up a quarterback or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Ronbo also typed in the comments during your game. I said, Ronbo, you're in rare form, like the regular season. You was like, Ref, you missed that call, Ref.
Because then I looked at the corner of my screen, and the offensive lineman's got one of my guys by the face mask, and he's dragging him across the screen. It's, Ref, how do you not see that? And how about the jump when it was offsides, and they caused that fumble? I said, clearly that was offsides. There's nobody on either team that's going to argue that call. It wasn't made. Tony, do you notice, did the Falcons get a lot of calls that you wonder why they weren't called or why they were called? I mean, is it just
We've
us?
never gotten a lot of calls. Well, we got the calls last week, but even during our heyday at 16, 17, we never got the calls, We returned a punt for a touchdown, they called. I'm looking for a flag, they call it back.
Maybe they try to level the playing field a little more by, if a team is dominating, let some things go. Is it a judgment call on their part, or do they really miss it? Because there's some things that could determine winning and losing a game. If that was a real game and that guy jumps off the side, we were about to score. That takes 6 points off the table for the 49ers.
Yeah, just to let you know, too, in that Tennessee Titan game, I know Brady didn't play at all, but their top backup guard, you know how they got 2 new guards, a new center?
Right.
Well, their top backup guard, Stinney, I think he tore his ACL late in the 4th quarter.
Damn.
So another guard is down. for Tampa Bay.
Tony, that's terrible news. Listen, we always keep it short after the game, as you know. I'll be back tomorrow, though. Let's continue, okay?
Yeah, I'm watching it's making me sick. The Cowboys are at the Chargers in SoFi. It seems like there's more Cowboy fans than Chargers fans. It's making me sick.
It's as it should be. The Cowboys.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, sir.
Hi, Tony.
All right, take care.
I can't wait to watch that game just for what Tony just said. If there's a lot of Cowboys sitting up there with them hats on and them colors, boy. Hey, Donut.
Hey, Donut. Welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome back, Ronbo.
We're done. Get some more. Yeah, I'm not going to talk because we got an extra feedback coming up.
I hear you. Ronbo, sorry about that. We got other speakers going on around the house on Bluetooth. About to put you on the regular speaker, man. How y'all doing tonight? I just want to start off continuing by telling the faithful, look here, the ghetto Iron Chef had to stop cooking while I was mad at Mr. Rudy. You're never supposed to leave the kitchen. Nothing was burnt. I got some deep fried devil eggs going, 4 kind of wings going, some rice going. So I had to do some celebration for the dinner. But when I heard Mr. Rudy, Mr. Ronbo, I just had to get on here and say something because my boy Kenlaw is going to do your boy Stafford, like he did today. How'd you like that sack today, Ronbo?
I loved it. Oh, I loved it. Exploded through that line of scrimmage and grabbed him some quarterback. Oh!
Man, 50 Shades of Grey got him another one today. Got him a 2-point conversion, you know what I'm saying? Everything is looking lovely. The running backs was looking down for a minute, you know what I'm saying? But they picked it up in the second half like they do.
Yes.
So I'm not really worried, you know what I'm saying? And they all playing for backup and roster spots, but we still was able to pull it off, faithful. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And hey, Denisha, and it just speaks volumes of the coaching staff because those guys look really. We had some flag issues to start the game, them a little tight. Maybe they couldn't hear over the noise or something, but they looked like a disciplined team. I didn't see a lot of outrageous bad plays. People got beat. School is just not going to make it. I don't think. I wouldn't cut somebody else to keep School. I don't know if his leg is still hurting from that last year's ACL tear or what, but. For the most part, they look like they were very much. They look like they was on it too.
Hey, that's honest. That's honest and true, man. And proof is in the pudding, Yeah. But that's why we got Poe that can play any position on that line. Big Poe, you understand me?
Big Poe.
So, he's an animal, he's a beast, and he's going to be a mother duck fucking problem for anybody that try to come across that line, especially Mr. 99, Now, you want to talk, Mr. Rudy, I want to talk to you, Rudy. You was talking about how to beat the Silverback, right?
Yeah.
I want to tell you how to shut down Mr. Aaron Donald for years. Just ask my boy Justin School.
And Brunskill. But don't
that's what I meant. Just ask Daniel Brunskill. Ask Daniel Brunskill.
But don't you just hit on something really, really, you know what? Poe, athletic, strong as an ox. That's what you do with Aaron Donald. I would start the rehearsal right now. Listen, you know what? You're going to be our Aaron Donald stopper. You're already got that low center of gravity. You can get down. That's what he does. He gets up under people. You're going to be there waiting for him. And when he comes to go to your left or lower your right, the speed and quickness you've got, I think we've got something going on. You know what? I'd have that plan. Whoever's playing right guard, I'd say, listen, we're gonna do something different here today. Or I put him at right guard and slip the other guy out to right tackle. Not McGlinchey, the guy we got playing right guard right now, Burford and Poe.
Yes. Oh, yes. That guy right there. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's going to be. It's going. Everybody needs to calm down. These linemen are shifting to see where they can go if anybody goes down. But when it's all said and done, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Kyle Shanahan is going to put, and the offensive line coach is going to put everybody where they need to be, and the scheme is going to be lovely. We're going to work with our strength and not with our weaknesses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the big thing about this whole scenario is the NFC West, is wide open, if I'm not understanding, because things not looking too good for Seattle Seahawks out there in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Rams, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see y'all right before 2 times. We're going to see y'all 2 times before our bye week, so we're going to get that out the way and nip it in the bud, just like the bud farm.
What do you think about the Cardinals, though? I haven't read anything about the Cardinals. What's going on with them?
Hey, that's why I didn't mention him, because there's nothing to worry about. Kyler Murray, he ain't got no weapons around him. DeAndre Hopkins is suspended, you know what I'm saying? The other targets act like they don't want to catch. But I kind of want to check out that game tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody talking about Kyler Murray versus Lamar Jackson. Sometimes you got to, scout out your opponents, you know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing to worry about. Nah, that's true. That's facts. But it's good to see the backups, and it's good to see the people we're going against. You know what I'm saying? Just in case anybody goes down, by the time we see them. You know,
week 1 is going to be a game-watching day. I mean, because you're going to watch, like me and everybody else in Niner Empire, you're going to be watching to see what the Cardinals look like. You want to know what the Rams look like. And damn sure, the Rams, the Hawks, I definitely, because everybody else counts the Hawks out, I feel bad about it, but I still have concerns about that team. I don't want to lose to them no more. After years, I'm browbeaten. I'm shell-shocked. I'm like the soldiers coming back from overseas. I'm waking up in the middle of the night screaming. Every time we play them people. Oh, God.
Hey, I agree. And more importantly, Faithful, I do not want Jimmy G to go to Seattle. Just like that one. I saw it on Good Morning Football and all the sporting things, that one fan that was holding that big old sign, please, we need Jimmy G ASAP. Now everybody wants Garoppolo. You know what I'm saying? No, we do not want him to go to Seattle.
Too much intel, if nothing else. And after the game, you know how we do. I'll tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow, though. All right? And get you back in that kitchen. Rudy.
Oh, yes, man. Hey, for those of y'all don't know, I'm just taking these wings out the oven and lemon pepper. On top, I got some fried wings. On the other eye, I got some teriyaki with some big chunky vegetables up in there. Got some rice going on in the back, and I'm about to finish up with these deviled eggs deep fried. I'm about to send you a plate through Twitter, Ronbo.
Hey, Big T's happy. I'm excited. Man, I'm excited and can't wait because it all smells so good and it looks even better. So, yeah.
Yeah. Good night, Faithful. Don't forget to wash your feet, wash your hands. Understand me? Go ahead and take that celebratory drink. Take a double for me and Tanisha.
Yeah,
and medicate the right way. And to you Rams fans out there, we'll see y'all way before the bye week. We can't wait.
Can't wait.
There he is. It's Donut Tanisha. Y'all have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Show you right.
Donut Tanisha need their own variety. They need their own reality show. Get rid of the some of those other shows and put them in. I know they'd be fun. Hey, Ellis. Shorty doo-wop Niner Batiste. Thanks, fam. Glad to hear it. Oh, Ellis. Okay, Ellis, we'll come back to you. Hey, is that Tony Culp? Tony.
Hi, Ronbo.
Hey, Tony. How you doing?
I am great. How are you tonight?
Just great. As long as we don't lose any games. And Tony, I even take preseason games. I try, we've lost a couple preseason games. I try not to react. God knows I try not to react, but I do. And so when we win, I, again, overreact. I love it. We saw some good things tonight. Tony, what did you pick it apart?
Well, see, honestly, I missed tonight's game because I was working, but
okay.
I do plan on going back and watching highlights. I am excited to hear that it was a victory. I am sad I have missed it, even if it's a preseason. because every win, regardless if it's preseason or not, is a great win.
Yes.
Especially when it's trying to get hyped up and ready for the next season, as far as like, which starters are going to actually be in there filling these slots and who we're going to be relying on receiving or blocking or whatever. And it's a big deal, but regardless if it's preseason or not, it's just keep up the faith. Honestly, as far as baseball goes, even if you're not a fan, you go for anybody's team, you just try to, not as far as a homer, but you try to remain positive, because even though the unforeseen might not be clear to us, when we do see game after game and we're like not believing what we're seeing, because we're like, what? Because it's expected and unexpected, right? When it comes to the Niners, every season so far it seems to be expect the unexpected, because you really don't know. You can sit here and speculate all day like, oh, it's going to be like this because of this stat, or this guy played like this. But at the end of the day, when we win or when we lose, we don't know how it's going to turn out, because these guys will just go and play. They put their hearts out, and we see all of them, even if they're broken and hurting, they're out there trying to win, because we all sense it and see it. They want to win the Super Bowl. It's what they all feel. And whatever pieces still need to be put together, we need to figure out how it is to play them or whatever, because it seems like every year this team seems to sense it. They want to get there. They want this Super Bowl. They want that ring.
Because they've been right there, Tony, and they know if not for just a little bit wrong, hell, we should have 2 rings.
Exactly.
So
nobody
it's
wants
that close.
And nobody wants to point fingers at, the coach or the quarterback, because at the end of the day, it's a team effort. And sure, everybody that is on this team, they make this whole, but when it comes to, who to blame, who knows? But we have all been there, like very close to potentially winning or getting to at least 2 Super Bowls. And by not getting it, it's like, Shanahan, where are your skills? Is it the players? Is it the coaches? Is it something that's behind the scenes, that's as far as within who's in charge of calling these, practices for, each team, like the tight ends or the wide receivers or the running backs? Because it's like, we go through all these different drafts, and it's like, why do we seem to draft like some of the same people when it's like, we can do a little bit more here or there?
Yeah.
We need like more offensive linemen, because it's like, if that's been our weak sauce, it's like, why not try to invest in your investment, try to, tighten up those loose ends.
And
instead of drafting running backs, draft a little bit more into some better wide receivers, or maybe it's that cap space thing when it comes to like the money. Like maybe somebody needs to be hired to, manage their money better, because at the end of the day, we shouldn't be struggling to pay or to figure out who we're going to pay, who we're going to keep, because we can't afford these people or can't. It's like Emmanuel Sanders, for example. He would have been great to have the next following year, but we couldn't. I'll speculate. We only signed him to 1 year, and they didn't have any money to like pay for him, like because they were cheap, because they didn't want to pay for him, or they didn't have the money. It's like people like him. You want to try to keep. You try to keep the people can at least try to keep going, as far as veterans, and even the rookies, though. The rookies have played, as far as great as the veterans, too.
Especially talented veterans that have an influence on the team, such as Emmanuel Sanders. Tony, good stuff. All positive. I love it. We're out of time. So if you got time, I know you're busy.
Thank you so much for having us. Always
a pleasure. Right? Holly.
And I hope you have a great night, Ronbo.
You too. And the chief cook and bottle washer, Brian. You'll have a great night, Tony.
Thanks, Ronbo. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
What an awesome family. It's funny from the dad, mom to the kids. Everybody's 49er. I mean, just into it. Hey, let's go. Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Wait a minute. Here's a Rams fan saying you guys haven't won in 27 years. Bethel, you want to handle this, or should I? We just need to address that. Okay, that's unbelievable. A Rams fan would get on us about not having won for 27 years. What would you say to that?
If I'm not mistaken, the last time they won one, it was in a different stadium, a different state. So they moved.
They weren't even LA Rams. It was from St. Louis.
No.
God damn it!
So-
I'll address it if you need me to. I will. They
I'm
were
trying
not
to
even
understand.
LA.
How do you fix
The
your
hell?
mind? What was it, the
Come on,
Rams?
Rumble, even you could address that.
I was
Hey,
going to.
have
I was
they-
going to let
did
somebody
they
else go
ever-
first
did
because I
they-
may go on
hey,
too long.
Okay.
My God.
Have they ever won in LA? Before I get blocked again, were they ever in LA when they won?
No.
I need you to answer that, Rumble. Were they in LA when
Let me say it again. Hell no. And
Exactly my
They-
motherfucking point right
Well,
there.
you
Excuse
know,
my language. Like
because
I
the
said,
thing
they want to talk. Get the hell out of here.
Jesus
Like I said, if
Christ.
it wasn't for Kurt Warner and Marshall Falk, they would have never won that goddamn Super Bowl. And other than that, they lost to the Patriots too. They want to talk. Really? They've been in the league as long as we've been in the league. At least, we were moved to Santa Clara, right? But at least when we were from San Francisco, we won Super Bowls.
Hey.
They have never done it. This is the first
Look at you.
time in
Emilio.
60-something years.
Emilio, you're getting wound up worse than me. But I don't even need to say nothing now. You said everything to be said. I love it. We got.
I do not like between Cowboy fans and Rams. I do not like Rams fans. They're horrible. They're the worst. They just won their second Super Bowl in 60-something years. Are you serious?
Hey,
Come on now.
And make sure to keep them separate. That was a St. Louis Super Bowl, which I do not give to the Rams in L.A.
And that's my other. That's my other point. St. Louis, and they were in St. Louis for a short amount of time.
Yes,
they were in
Emilio,
L.A. for 30 years before they went to St. Louis.
It's Beth. It's
And
Bethel.
with the next time
you're
in
killing
St.
me,
Louis,
man.
It's Bethel.
they won a
Emilio,
Super
it's
Bowl.
Bethel.
Are you
It's
serious?
Bethel's
They
time.
just came
Emilio.
back to LA.
All right.
Get the hell out of here. Like, you can block me
He's
out.
on the chat too.
I'm sorry.
Guys, don't let me get away with that. All right, Emilio, I'm gonna talk to you in a second. Let's let Bethel finish up here
Okay.
or get started. All right.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine, Emilio. He's just making us laugh. Don't worry about it.
Rams fans, they have gall. It's unbelievable. Rudy comes in here tonight talking trash, and then on the trash, they got people saying things like, "The guys haven't won anything in 27 years." What?
At least we won them in San Francisco.
And we won
And
more
we
than
won
one.
5 of them.
Exactly.
All right. Anyway, Bethel, you want to talk about the game tonight?
tonight?
Emilio, let Bethel have it. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Emilio.
And,
Bethel, your observations on tonight's game. Poor Rams
And
fans,
one
you got to
more
stop
thing
letting them
about
get
the
too.
Rams thing. One more thing about the Rams thing. If I don't remember right, actually, when we played the Bengals, that was a better game than the Rams Super Bowl game. So I don't know what he should be talking about.
True.
You know. Yeah, it was the must see. And then plus, another thing is, right now, who do they want to watch the most right now, Rumble?
When you say who?
49ers.
You say they? Of course.
Yeah, who the people want to watch?
Oh, yeah,
the
always.
49ers.
Yes.
We don't see nothing about we want to see the Rams. I don't hardly see shit about the Rams.
Bethel.
It's all about the 49ers.
Bethel, actually,
you see, all the media.
Somebody just called
49ers.
in. Somebody just wrote in. No, somebody just called in and said, at a Cowboys and a Rams game, there's more Cowboy fans sitting in the stands for a preseason game than there are Rams fans. So the Rams have got a large, an over bloated opinion of themselves, especially the fans, that is really unjustified. Rams, stop. You got lucky. Okay, enjoy that and humble yourself. You're embarrassing yourselves.
Yeah. And then plus another thing is that what's one thing that we do the best? And every game you see nothing but 49ers. At least we're even with the other team. Not like them where the other team has more people than the Rams fans. Like, that's embarrassing.
And quarterbacks' wives begging fans to please don't sell your tickets to 49er fans. I will never forget that. I says, what? Really? Oh, this is news.
Yes. So, and another embarrassing thing is that your own stadium told Rams tickets more expensive. The Niner tickets were cheaper. That's another shit. When do you ever see a stadium do that? Ain't the Niner ticket supposed to be more expensive?
What's that?
The Rams ticket more cheaper?
And I agreed, Bethel. And why would you ask the question, if you're a Rams fan, whose house is this? Niners. Woo! It's Chargers, not Rams. Okay. I'm sorry. Thanks, J10. They set themselves up to be B-slapped every time.
Yeah.
Anyway, they got us off our game. We should learn to ignore the Rams every now and then and not react to every bit of their little sillyisms. All right? So anyway.
Yeah, they
do that on purpose.
Yeah, but I seen a lot of good stuff in the preseason. I seen a lot of bad stuff. The only thing that, I felt kind of sorry of Purdy because if it wasn't for our receivers dropping the ball, he would have had better stats. He would have had better yards.
Hey, he had a touchdown,
if it wasn't
too.
For that.
You saw that offsides? They didn't call it.
Yeah.
Forced the fumble.
So, it's, what a quarterback to do when a defense line, headbutts your middle linebacker or middle center?
What team? You talking about Bobby?
Us. Yeah.
Was that toilet flushing? Was that the
I don't
know. They've got to stop getting us off our game. We're supposed to be 49er fans, and we're supposed to rise above the silliness of the Rams. And I fall into this pit every day. I watch them every now and then. I just lose it when I read something, but I don't say anything. But that one just jumped out at me. It just slapped me. Whew. Okay, I'm okay. We're okay.
But,
all right, let's see.
Yeah, even my friend that works there that has brand new shirts of the LA Rams. He barely bought it brand new.
Got the tags on it.
That he's gonna, with tags that he's gonna get in the Super Bowl. I'm all like, yeah, right. You're not gonna get shit.
You just tell me the reason why you have to take those tags off is you plan on taking that shirt back. So yeah.
Yeah.
we got to go. All right, I'll be back tomorrow looking for you. Okay.
All right, Ronbo. Like always, great show.
Thanks, man.
Hit the like, and let's go Niners.
Night, Bethel. And splendiferous. Rams, just like Hawks, one and done. Same old sorry-ass Rams. Sometimes you guys ought to have a little respect. Because the fact of the matter is, you don't have a leg to stand on in that kind of exchange. Why you subject yourselves to what you know is coming back? Are you guys, is this some kind of a sadistic? Ellis, let me stop talking to him. Ellis!
Yo.
Let's get back to talk about the 49ers. The Rams, I think they like to come in and disrupt because they know we'll bite. Unless you want to say something about them, I'm done. If you want to make some observations about the game, go ahead. I'm listening. We're listening.
The Rams what?
The Rams do things to antagonize. What's it? Venhai. That's VENHA, 2 I's or L's. I don't know. I don't care. But anyway, Ellis, go ahead.
Well, your game looked real. I like what I saw from the hell's his name?
Running back? What position?
The quarterback. I forgot his name.
Oh, Brock Purdy? Because I know you're not talking about Nick Sudfeld or Nate.
Nate. I like what Nate did better than Brock tonight.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well, go ahead. Talk about that.
I like the way he operated with the offense tonight. He looked more decisive. You know what I mean? More accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Brock still looked good, but his
his reps were just a little more messy. You know, he had some kind of, some off schedules and stuff that kind of looked
really
a little funny. But he tries to make it happen. There's nothing really against him. It's just how the reps ended up happening with him when he was in. But I didn't get to. I missed the first quarter and a half, and then I caught the last half of the second and the remainder of the game. So whatever happened before,
you missed the worst part. That first half was really uncomfortable for 49er fans.
Well, and I kept seeing bad things about Trey Sermon. He doesn't look like he's going to be making a team.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Jordan Mason was the best looking back. TDP had some good plays, but Jordan Mason is getting that. He's getting those yards. You know what I'm saying? He's looking really good. I like him.
I'm a huge fan.
He's a keeper.
I didn't know what you was talking about. You was talking about him weeks ago too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so it's materializing. So he's got to make this team. Sutherland on the offensive line. I mean, he's their center, right? Was he snapping the ball today?
Yeah.
Are they trying to get him reps at center? Is that what's going on?
I think they're trying to get some other guys a break or rest. But I didn't see Jake Brendel.
What the hell happened? What the hell happened to the kid from Arizona? What's wrong with him? Donovan West or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
What the hell's going on with him? We got him. He's supposed to be good. I kept hearing so much about him, and how we were lucky to have picked him up. And so I was thinking, okay, well, this is, this is a positive.
Maybe we'll see him Thursday. Because Kyle sat down a bunch of people today, near 30.
Yeah. Danny Gray looked good. I liked.
Always, you can tell he's
not going to make the team.
Who?
Yeah, Sneed's not going to make the team. He's not explosive. He's not. He has really no get off. After the
Willie?
ball. After the catch or whatever. Yeah,
I forgot Willie Sneed.
I'm cool. We're cool on the Sneed. I would still keep Juwan Jennings. Way before I would ever, try to keep a Sneed or something like that. So hopefully that's, hopefully Juwan doesn't get cut from this team. I don't think he should. He's been having some unnecessary drops, and I would rather take a chance at keeping him and him overcoming that, whatever's going on, than getting rid of him and keeping, Willie Sneed instead of him.
Yeah. That's why when people start talking about we picked up Willie Sneed, I couldn't feel anything. But anyway.
Yeah, the defense looked good. Hopefully that Pick City thing can materialize for the season.
T-shirts will be going on sale
just be a
by week 6.
or I don't want to see I don't want it to just be a preseason and a training camp hype and thing that's going on and where we're getting picks in those times. But then when the season comes, we're not getting any. That's one of the things we could do a lot better. The defensive side of the ball is get some more turnovers, in that secondary. So, I'm excited to see that. We already got some really good linebackers.
Owen Burks, leading tackler today, I think. I mean, Owen Burks is on the ball. He's involved in every play.
Yeah, I'll be feeling good about that. And but we still. I don't think Kyle's going to have 3 quarterbacks. So I think. That's pretty much a sealed deal. I don't think we're really looking to see. I mean, unless Brock was stinking it up, but because he's looked good when he's played, aside of some of the off schedule hiccups and stuff like that, and the little turnover with the snap and stuff like that, or I don't know if we got the ball back then, but that was on him. But it looked like there were some problems at center tonight. Or today.
Well, yeah, and that's going to take some time to work out, and you know that. But anyway, Alice, we do have to stop, though, unfortunately, because it's after the game, and we got to keep it quick. But listen, I'll be looking for you tomorrow, and we'll be normal. All right?
That's a bet. All right, family.
All right, man.
Shout out to the faithful.
And shout out to the squad.
Yeah. Thank you, family. Yeah, shout out to you, Brother Ronbo. Thank you for the platform.
Thanks, Alice.
Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and all that. And,
see me.
Rams.
Yeah, take them with you.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Whew, boy.
Yeah, they look shaky, baby. All right, fam.
Hey. Oh. And Spin Jefferson says, yeah, Brock had more pressure players and he performed though. Yeah, I like Brock Purdy's style. You can see him out there so calculating. It seems like he's always moving too. Every now and then it looked like he had a free shot in, but he's just thinking and moving. That's interesting how he does that. Emilio, oh. Emilio. Emilio may have had all he said all he had to say when he came in.
They opened the seat and then they slammed it, and I'm like,
Casey.
My native girl was like, oh, I think there was somebody that just walked behind girls here. I was like, no, there wasn't. But then as soon as you started talking about it, it was just like cold air that hit my back, and I was like, yep, I'm over it. I don't even want to talk about it.
Rumbo, is it my
Yeah. Casey, you're up. Yes.
Shoot, Rumbo, my bad. My bad, Rumbo. Shoot, we got a short clock tonight, Rumbo. I just want to say, hey, does Brunskill do anything great? No. Have a good night. No, Rumbo. You know what, man? I would just like to say that I'm glad that this team. Well, Rumbo, how are you, bud?
I mean, I can't be any better. I mean, it'd be against the law.
Yeah, man. What do we win? 17-7. Oh man, I took the over tonight, Ronbo. I can't hit a parlay to save my life, but I learned how to play Keno tonight. It was my first time playing Keno.
Are you gonna start playing Keno? Oh no,
Ronbo! I hit 8 numbers. I hit 8 numbers on my fifth spin ever, Ronbo. Yeah, man.
Keno, it just depends on it depends on chance so much. It's not skills. Can you get lucky? Are you feeling lucky?
Rumbo, if you know where the numbers go, you just press the button and then you press the other buttons.
It's true.
I'm going to retire on this win. I'm just going to rest on my laurels because I don't know how to play Keno.
Yeah.
No one really knows how to play it. But
you got to have a relative. Usually an auntie, they're always good at it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that seems to be the case.
Usually a cigarette smoker.
Yeah. Very patient person. Those are the ones you see in Vegas and Reno and all the time. That little old lady that's standing down there looking very calm is tearing the house down. And she doesn't look like she's even. It's nothing unusual for her. She does that. You look at her winnings. How much does she win? She's got to have an armed escort to leave the building? Wow.
Yeah, Rumbo. One time I have a friend who told me you saw this lady win like $70,000, and
yes,
roulette,
and she looked calm, didn't she?
Yeah, cause
she does it all the time.
Retired, and that's probably like 1% of her net worth. You know what I mean? But you gotta have you gotta have the motorized scooter and a cigarette to be good at any of those games.
And a drink of glass. It's always half full, and they never finish it. And you play blackjack with them. Sometimes those little old ladies come over to play blackjack. I'm sitting there, hit me. Oh, man. And then that lady was sitting around, well, you know what, you should have stand pat on that. And this and that. What? She's telling me how to play? But look at her stack. She's got chips, my God, listen. What? No. So, it's just, they got the luck. I don't know what it is.
Well,
anyway.
Rumble, that brings me to my next point. I thought the Niners did a great job of not making it too big. Like, I never felt like the coaching staff was desperate or, playing with a sense of urgency. It always felt like they're, bigger, the moment. Like, they're already in week 1. You know what I mean? There was no one I recognized tonight. Yeah, I feel like this coaching staff is so put together right now. This team is so put together, and I could just be in a marijuana for the next 4 months and wake up, and I would not be surprised if the 49ers have won their 6th ring.
No, really, seriously. They look poised. Even when they're messing up, they made a couple of mistakes here and there, but it was nothing that looked outrageously silly. You know, like years gone by when they were building this team, they look poised and polished for the most part out there. Defense was just devastating. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they look mature. The coaching staff, the game plan. You know, because remember after the Super Bowl, I said they looked like a young team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I said that was okay. You know, because they still have this window, and you know.
Yeah, anyway, I wish we had that to do over again. But Casey, I'm going to get you back.
I really hope they play the Bills. We know the Bills can't win a Super Bowl.
Ooh, they would be 0-5 if they go back to the Super Bowl and lose again. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen, man. I think Josh Allen wins MVP. Danny Gray wins Rookie of the Year. Ronbo Sports wins Commentator of the Year.
There you go.
I would vote for you, Ronbo. Yeah, Ronbo, I say this from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, I may have had one too many Heinekens tonight. No, I'm just kidding. But your presence is a gift, Ronbo, and thanks for being here, man. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you, Casey. There's about 20 of you. I can't do a program if you guys don't show up. I'll be wondering what happened. So yeah. So, Case, with that said, I want to see you tomorrow. Okay.
Sounds good, Ronbo. Later, man.
Good night, Casey. And split difference says Kyle said he's not worried about the O-line, but Kyle's always saying things like that. And with a straight face, too. Maybe, you know what? Kyle does fib. I'm not going to call him a liar, but he does tell little fibs every now and then about other things. But if he's not worried about things regarding that team play, would he tell you? I don't think so anyway. Fam, we're gonna go ahead and Emilio's back. Emilio!
What's happening?
Oh, there you are. I said Emilio had everything he wanted to say. He already said it. Emilio, you talking? You've already talked about the Rams. So tell us about the game.
I ended up getting a phone call, so I had to click over. No, hey, you know, one thing I saw between CDP and Gray. Oh no, dude, they're gonna be sorry, or at least.
Wait, Emilio, say it again. You were too low. Try get closer to your mic. Say it again. Who?
TDP and Gray. Oh,
see,
they're gonna make our offense different.
Oh, you're talking about Danny Gray? Oh, yeah. Well, of course they're going to start. Danny Gray was going to start immediately as soon as he got here anyway. Well, I don't know about start, but he's up to going to be playing enough to be starter.
Well, playing. And then the thing I seen about DDP him too, I said, oh, wow. I said, you know what? We're going to have a dangerous – they're rookies. We're going to have a dangerous offense.
You know what? I'm telling you. And let me run this by you real quick. If somebody said, would you vote for Jordan and TDP, your run-two running backs? I might think about that. I like their style. They're both just nasty, vicious runners. I like that. Punish that defense.
I'm getting to the point. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself.
I know.
But I really honestly think Trey is really going to be MVP. He's either going to be a candidate for MVP.
Trey Sermon?
Because there's too much. Trey.
Lance. Okay, good. This is a problem with having Trey Sermon on the team. When you're saying good things like that,
I'm not. You know what?
I'm not sure.
Trey, I said with Trey Sermon, he, like I told you before, and I said it before, he's going to be a guy where if we need a first down for short yardage, he's good for that. To get those big breaks and like TDP, he's not that guy. He's more of a short guy. He's more with Juice. If we needed a first down, he was good for that. That's what I actually think Trey's for. He's just to get you, if it's like 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, or 4th and 1. I think Trey is good for that because he kind of hesitates.
That's what I'm getting ready to tell you. You know what? If we got 3rd and 1, I'm not calling him. I'm calling Mason.
No, I get that. Mason, I don't know. Mason might take his job, but if Trey is like our 3rd running back, that's what Trey's good for, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Trey's got to be developing an inferiority complex. So if I'm Trey Sermon, I'm looking at Jermichael Hasty out there outplaying me. I'm going to start to develop a complex, you know? Well, how come he can do that, but I can't?
No, he he honestly, like I said before, and I was telling you, he reminds me too much of Barlow, because Barlow had that same thing. He would hesitate. He would dance too much in the backfield, and he was like, "Oh, I see the hole." But then it's just too late. No, that's why it used to piss me off when Barlow used to do that. I'm like, dude, just hit the hole and hit it, because all Barlow would dance around in the backfield and only get you 2 to 3 downs. I'm like, dude, come on. I was like, we're trying to get that first down, but you want to dance in the backfield. He reminds me too much of Barlow. Barlow did that.
Well,
he's doing the same thing now with him. That's all he's good for. Get it that first down. If it's short yardage, 2 yards, 4th down, 32, 34th and 1.
He was in that situation.
He's not going to be that explosive.
He was in that situation tonight. He was in that situation earlier this evening, and he didn't do well.
And all he got was like 3-4 yards.
He got stopped.
Right? So that's what he's good for.
But no, he's not good for it. Though. He got stopped.
He hesitated. He did hesitate, but then there was a few times he did get that first. A couple of yards. I was like, that's all he's good for. Just for a couple of yards, just to get because he's big enough.
Yeah, but I don't need him for that. I need him. He caught one. You know what, though? He did make a catch out of the backfield, though. It was a nice catch, too.
Well, now you're comparing him to Hyde. That's what I do.
Carlos was better out of the backfield than he was. You know what? What is in the water at Ohio State that affects running backs? Ezekiel Elliott's the only person that came out of Ohio State recently to say
no. You know
back.
what? Not even Ezekiel, because he had a hell of a season and he's like crap now. The Cowboys need a new running back. They're better running back.
They got Pollard.
That's their better running. Like I said, that's their running back. Not Ezekiel. Ezekiel had 1-2 good years and then he's been damaged good. So no, but don't make that comparison.
It's a tough position. No. Running backs 5 years is all you're going to get out of running back for the most part.
It's actually 3.
Yeah, to be honest, I was stretching it out trying to give it 5, but usually it's about 3. And then all of a sudden they're beat up too bad to the point they can't really continue. Zeke took a lot of shots.
Everybody's hitting them. Everybody's hitting them. Everybody in their mama in the kitchen sink is hitting them.
For 17, 18 weeks a year, if you don't go to the playoffs, that's a lot of getting beat up. So, but okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and see you tomorrow. And Sunday's your day off too. No, Monday. Yeah. Sunday's your day off, Emilio. Yeah. So we should see you tomorrow.
For all you sorry, whoever that Rams fan is like, dude, like I said before, the Rams has been in the league as long as we have. You only have 2 Super Bowls. You have 5. Yes, it took us about 20 years ago. The last time we won a Super Bowl. But no, come on, man. Mm-hmm. You were never in LA when you won the first time. Mm-hmm. You just weren't.
And since then,
the first one was in St. Louis. LA had got rid of you guys because they didn't want you. Now you're back, but no.
Mm-hmm. And if they're not careful, they just got lucky. The fans were not attending in heavy numbers this year.
I don't give a damn if they were attending or not. They can have 1,000 or plus more than us. It doesn't matter. Fans are not.
Don't let Rudy. Don't let Rudy's making them numbers up.
You guys are not irrelevant.
Yeah.
It can be
Ray
Rudy.
Jr.
It can be what's the other guy? What's the other guy that come on here?
Ready to go and he's about the marketing pro.
Yeah, him too. He wants to talk like dude. Like I said, marketing you guys been as long as we have, and you only have 2 Super Bowls, only 2. And the first time you won St. Louis. Okay, so no, they're just some sorry, disgusting ass name of a team. The hell, get the hell out of here. Try it next time.
I will see you tomorrow, Emilio.
Right.
and good work.
Like I said, same old sorry ass Rams. Have a good night, sir.
You too, Emilio.
And everybody in the United States.
We have to. We have to somehow make an agreement. When the Rams aren't here, we got a lot of. They enjoy us getting pissed off. I just know it. Vinhai is still talking trash. Anyway, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to see you tomorrow, fam. Thanks for the contributions. Always appreciate it. Yeah, know this. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to subscribe before you leave, so I can. When we come back talk 49 football, I want you to know it. And thanks for the likes, fam. See you tomorrow. Niners! Rams. Didn't say anything about the Rams. Niners.